This episode of Please See Below is presented to you by Amazon. Amazon has everything for every party. Let's say your daughter wants a birthday party, but she doesn't just want any party. She wants a tea party. Nah, scratch that. A princess tea party. Wait, a princess T-Rex party? Honestly, I have a few questions. But you have Amazon. From tea sets to tiaras to apparently toddler-sized T-Rex costumes, shop everything for every party on Amazon.
What's up, everyone? It's Rachel Lindsay, and if you love all things Bravo, then you need to be listening to Morally Corrupt. Every Tuesday and Friday, your favorite Ringer podcasters and I dive into Bravo's biggest moments and dish out hot and always unfiltered takes. And guess what? Now you can watch us too. That's right, Morally Corrupt is now available in video on Spotify. So whether you're listening in your family van or watching next to your white refrigerator, don't be all uncool and miss out. Catch new episodes every Tuesday and Friday only on the Ringer Reality TV feed.
Welcome back, loyal listeners. Okay, I'm so excited for today. You are going to love this. I have a New York City darling. You might have seen her on the streets doing some matchmaking. She literally makes me look like an old, boring millennial flirt. It is the one, the only Tiff Baira. Welcome, honey. Hello. Welcome to Please See Below, my brand new podcast, all about perfecting the art of oversharing. Here, we mention the unmentionables and talk about topics and things that no one wants to say out loud, but everyone is desperate to know. Welcome, Tiff.
Brynn, that intro is crazy and not true.
Yes, it is.
No, you're
I'm
the
so pissed I
hottest.
don't have on sequin.
Oh my God, trust me, I got enough for both of us.
Okay, I know, you
I'll give
literally
you,
do.
next time I see you, matching suits.
Okay. Next episode. You are literally the woman on the street host right now. You are trending TikTok, Instagram. Everyone knows you. Everyone loves you. You are NYC's like Gen Z matchmaker. How did that happen?
A lot of bad fucking dates. No, I was like, if someone's not going to change this, I will.
Yes.
No, I mean, I've lived in the city for 10 years, and I think you grow and evolve, and you're like, hey, like, I want to date with standards, and I want to, like, make new friends. Like, basically, like, I was finding that it was hard to make connection. Okay. And genuinely, between the 4 a.m., what are you doing text, and, like,
WYD.
the bar was in hell. Yeah. And I'm like, why don't I just create a concept where it's so easy? Just show up as yourself. There's no, like, who pays the bill or any of those, like, insecurities that come up. Yeah. Let's put a table in the middle of the street and see if people connect.
Okay, so dating in NYC got so bad, you're like, I'm going to take this shit outside. I'm going to put on a cowboy hat. I'm just going to set up shop. Or also, because you have two different weekly series, both are amazing. The other one's like, you're just going to go up to strangers and be like, will you take me on a date right now? Cool.
Yeah.
Like, there's some movie character that you remind me of, I can't put my finger on it. It's like How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days meets like the Barbie movie meets Elle Woods.
Meets like How to Be Single.
Yeah.
No, I love those comparisons. I mean, I think the main thing is like, I definitely struggled with confidence about putting myself out there. And I think before TikTok, giving advice and all that, you only heard certain narratives that if you don't look a certain way, if you don't lose your whole fucking personality and you're boring, guys aren't going to like you. Yeah. And my whole ethos is like, fuck if they like you. You want them to like the real you. Yeah. So, like, I feel like with Street Arts and with Take Me Out, I'm putting myself out there and showing, like, hey, you get rejected, but, like, you can't lose what you don't already have. Like, you got to shoot your shot and see what happens. So it's almost a test for me to grow, too, because it's so easy to be like, oh, my God, guys suck. There's no one out there. Like, I'll never meet anyone. But that's, like, a self-fulfilling prophecy. So when I felt like I was, like, not meeting anyone and I felt, like, discouraged, I was like, let me just try. And it's hot to try.
It's hot to try, and you're crushing it. Now, putting yourself so out there and doing it in front of a camera and then putting it on social media. So does that give you more confidence and then you're less scared of rejection? Or like prior to doing all this when we were just like the rest of us, like at home, dating on the apps or like going out on awkward dates, obviously it's better the way you're doing it. Because I think some people would see it and be like, it's like watching The Bachelor sometimes when I watch it. I'm like, I love it and thank you for entertaining me, but I don't know if I could actually do it. You know, like I don't even want to date on my show. I'm like, no, thanks. Bye.
Wait, but like, come on, let me help. Brynn.
Please help me.
No, I mean, I think what's interesting is that yes, of course, it's entertaining to watch, but what we try to do, it's easy to make dating shows mean. Like, you can make it clickbaity. You can make it like, oh, you're just not my type because you don't look like, but it's always been my, like, purpose when making all of this to say, hey, let's like make a friendship. Let's make a connection. Like even if it doesn't work, doesn't mean y'all suck. It just means y'all don't work together.
Right.
You know, compatibility is a lot different than, you know, being bad on your own. Some things just don't mix.
Yes.
So I always love to keep it as positive as possible. Like on the new Take Me Out, I wanted to evolve it even more.
I just saw it's a different format.
No, it's a new format. Yeah. And it's at the end, the producers, they bring us separately. So they do a confessional saying if they like me, and then I do a confessional and say if I like them. And I still haven't seen the edits yet. So like I don't find out what they say until we post it.
Are you serious? Why are you doing this to yourself? You have executive producer credits. Like, let me see the footage. And I'd be like, oh, he didn't like me? Like, then I'm going to rewrite it so I
scrap
bash
it,
him. Like,
get it out.
Delete, next one.
No, I think it's really interesting. I think putting yourself out there and confidence is a muscle. Of course, these are extreme things, like, you know, going on a date on camera. But what I've learned, and especially like matchmaking on Street Hearts, is like there's so many amazing people out there.
Yes.
And when you put yourself out there and have an open mind, saying like, I can't guarantee where this will go, but I know that I'm putting myself out there and that's what's important, changes your whole dating experience.
And I feel like dating should be more funny. Like dating should be more funny and dumb. Like I started a dating app recently, and now it's generated, it has like Gen Z in mind, but obviously we're going to open it up. It's going to be open for everyone. But it's like, my whole thing is like with you have all these dating shows and you have dating apps and everything's so serious and scary. Even like I'm still on Raya. It's so funny. I'm like have a dating app and I'm still on Raya.
Oh my God, I got banned.
Oh, did you? We're doing what? Tell me something amazing. Wait, this is gonna be awesome. Why did you get banned from Raya?
I mean, like of course I took a few screenshots.
But
like,
everyone knows you're not just dude.
No,
everyone knows
no.
you have to get your friend's camera.
Silly. No, but the main thing I know. Where were you? Where were you for me?
I remember when Ben Affleck came up on mine. I should find this and send it to you. I have it somewhere. Ben Affleck came up on mine. I was at work. And I like grabbed my friend's computer or something, and we like did the, you know, you can do like photo album on MacBook. We like took a picture.
Not the photo booth.
Of Ben on photo booth, and I'm like,
I mean, Ben Affleck, 100%. Did y'all match?
I'm not gonna comment. No comment.
No comment. I wish I did. But I made a video about it, like in the middle of the pandemic. And you know the rule with Riot, you're not allowed to talk about it. And it got like 10 mil or something like that. So the next day, they were like, we reviewed your behavior, and it doesn't align.
Okay, so it wasn't that they call you in the app. They caught you on social.
I was yapping too hard.
You were yapping
But the girlies needed to know.
They need to know. Was it worth it?
Yeah. I mean, look, I think the main thing that, like, and it gets me into trouble sometimes is, like, I'm always going to share my experience about things. And I think that transparency and the mess of it helps all of us feel like we're not alone.
Yes.
Because it's like, I don't know if you felt this, but like the older matchmaking shows and all that, it made you feel like you were the problem. Oh, like a millionaire will never like you if you're not a size 2, you know? Or like a high quality person won't like you if you don't look like this, if you don't behave.
If you don't
it was all about, it was all about changing yourself.
They're looking for someone. Yeah, and sometimes some of those dates, they would be like, I want someone who's working out more. They was all kind of like ripping on each other. Or remember, I actually was watching old episodes of it, the MTV show where they get out of the limo.
Next Bus
was
AKA my favorite show of all fucking time.
Wild. No. It's awesome, especially the gay episodes.
No, I need the Tiff bus.
Yeah,
like I literally
do it.
Wait.
Do
okay,
it.
wait, should we buy a bus?
Yeah.
We just get a bunch of singles.
Yeah. 100%.
No, I mean I think there's something real to honesty, and I love that. I don't think we should hide how we feel, but I think there's better ways to articulate it and also lead from a place of compassion rather than just anger.
Agreed.
And I think when you're dating, you can't control how other people are going to you can't control how other people are going to treat you, but you can control how you respond to it.
Yeah, you can always control your response, but I like everything about the content you're doing because it's just it's about making things fun, and that's that's what I'm passionate about because I've been in the game for a while, and I'm like, and what I have done, people complain about New York or LA or dating, and I'm like, I have fun dating. I really, really enjoy it. Like, do I like being single when it's like my birthday or the holidays or something, or when I just don't want to like do anything, but I want to like cuddle or I'm like horny or something. It's like, yeah, I want a partner to like do, like a friend to like do stuff with, but I just want to bring back like fun into dating.
No, 100%.
Just be fun and be your weird self. Like just be, because I think that we all start dating, like I used to in my 20s, and you try to like for sure put your best foot forward, like brush your teeth before you go on the date, you know, like look cute, you know, shave your legs, whatever. But I think sometimes too in the 20s, I was very performative. I was performative definitely during sex. I was performative on dates. And it was like this thing, probably because my parents didn't love me, but I was like, I'm going to make this person love me. Like,
100%.
It was about me. I didn't even, and a couple of my engagements, I look back, everyone's like, why? And I'm like, it's because I was obsessed with the person wanting to marry me, and then they would propose, and I was like, oh, do I want to marry this person? I didn't think about it for years. It was just like, why does he want to marry me? Why doesn't he put a ring on it? Why is he trying to think he can get the cow or the milk without paying the cow? Whatever.
Yeah, no, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, but I was performative. So I think dating should just be fun and easy. And yes, put your best foot forward, but put your weirdest foot forward. And just be yourself, because I think you will avoid a lot of situationships, a lot of heartbreak, if we just kind of be ourselves and be silly. And when we were asking questions to people on the street, it's crazy because you wouldn't think people would be so open and honest, but they're getting up and they're dancing and you're like taking the piss and you're giving them a hard time and they're eating it up. Like what you're doing, I just wish everyone would do that in real life, you know?
No, I love that. And I agree with you completely, where it's like, we need to have a silly girl spring, number one. It's a silly girl spring. Right, silly girl spring. We're shaking ass. We're flirting. I think you can have a serious relationship eventually without taking it seriously at the beginning.
Yeah.
You know?
And I think the more I've noticed I fall in love when like it's a long burn and there's no pressure and we're just like having fun. And then I'm an Aquarian and I'm a sapiosexual, where I have to like, you have to get like, seduce my brain. I think if you're just like, it's you friends first and having fun, and then you just kind of like fall in love.
No, what we love about technology, like, who needs a boy when you have a toy? Like,
oh my God, I love it.
Like, I think you're saying such a big. I think of like Carrie Bradshaw when it was her birthday, and she's like, I feel so alone.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, if you're single, you have to accept that you will be lonely.
Yeah.
But is it worth sacrificing everything for the wrong person and feeling lonely all the time?
Yeah.
So it's either being lonely occasional holidays
Yeah.
or being lonely all the fucking time because you're with someone you don't actually like.
Yes.
But I think what is really interesting about what you said is that a lot of times, especially in our early 20s, we're dating from a place of needing validation rather than from what we actually want.
Yes.
So you're chasing the person or the goal, and you don't even know what you want. You're not even focused on if you like them because you're so focused if they even want you.
Yes.
So when you level up and you're like, hey, like, I am desirable, someone would 100% want to date me. Like, I was like the biggest insecure baddie for all my life, and it's still something I work on. But I think once you start to date yourself and know what you deserve, even if you don't always believe it, but you have the discipline to act on it, you then can attract someone that sees your value, but you accept it. Because I also like the nice guy effect, you know, when you date someone that's actually treating you nice and you're like, wait, what the fuck?
Why is he weird?
Why is he weird? Why is he not
he's
like,
a psycho.
Yeah, he's a psycho. Like, he's nice to me. He wants to take me to dinner.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is, no, but it's funny. You have to evolve
Retrain your
yourself.
brain. You have to retrain your brain.
Because toxicity is comfortable if it's all you've known.
Exactly.
So it's scary to take a shot on something that is new, even if it is what's good for you.
Oh my God, you're just like church.
Oh my God, take me to church.
You're like imagine you church. Okay, if you are such an expert, I actually want to go through. I'm so curious. I want to pick your brain on a lot of like play some top fives.
Gorgeous.
Because I feel like it's not just matchmaking in New York, honey. You know everything. So all the things surrounding dating. Okay, so. For example, what are your top 5 NYC bars? And I'll share mine.
Please.
You share yours, you share mine. It will probably show how fucking old I am and how young and cool you are, but that's okay. Millennial and Gen Z.
You know what? It's all the same. A baddie's a baddie, no
And
matter
I'm
what
starting to
generation.
like dating some of those Gen Z boys.
Hey!
They're so emotionally available. It's weird.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
They're like way too, like, I'm so used to, like, I have always dated like maybe 10 years older. Like, I love like a 35.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm 28 now, but it's like, I always thought like the older, the wiser, but that's
No.
They're single for a reason sometimes, Bill.
I always tell everyone, I'm eventually going to have to say this man's name. He's quite well known, but he's 52 years old, and he texted me WYD. And when I tell you, I changed my age demo to 28 to 38. I'm like, I'm not dating anyone over the age of my age anymore. Like,
wow, I love that.
WYD.
WYD, I'm terrified.
And you have like a 15-year-old daughter?
Stop it.
Like,
He was a silver fox, though.
Hey!
Wait,
So of course I replied. I'm
You're like, nothing much.
Nothing much.
Just got a martini.
Taking a bath. Whenever I'm
Thinking of you.
Yeah, in the bath, thinking of you. When I'm like rotting on my sofa and haven't showered in 2 days,
Yeah,
and I've like
you're
ordered
just
3 different
sleeping in
DoorDashes.
silk.
Just like sleeping in my silk negligee and like rubbing beautiful lotion and thinking of you. And I was just like like with a face mask on my period and sweats, ordering 3 different types of DoorDash. Like,
We are the same.
you literally, that's what I do. When I I hope guys don't watch this. Whenever I send my hottest text, I am literally at my ugliest.
100%.
Like, I can send the most steamy, crazy shit. And they're like, can we FaceTime? And I'm like, no, silly, we can't. you don't
can't
wanna
get
see
this.
Okay,
top 5 bars.
Top 5 bars.
Okay, for silly good times
Fire
or hot
round.
guys, or what do we?
Like, do all the above. Like,
Yeah.
where do you just want to go? Like,
Okay.
or on a date.
On a date. Okay, I'll do a mix.
Date and
okay?
fun, yeah.
Okay. So I'm always at Jeans. I love Jeans because it's like dinner on top and then shaking ass downstairs.
Yes.
And there's just hot guys there.
Love Jeans.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm always
Jeans
there.
is a vibe.
That's a universal vibe.
Jeans on Lafayette.
Yes,
Amazing.
absolutely. I love going to Jack's on Bond too. Great date spot. But if your date is bad, you can just go to the pool table and meet a single guy.
Yes.
So that also works.
And you can always go to Bond Street next door, and there's
yes.
some. And downstairs they have their little area. Jack's is owned by Greg the Egg. He's cute.
Oh my
from
gosh.
Succession.
Yeah,
The
no,
tall
I
dude.
love.
Yeah, he's cute.
I know.
It's his bar.
Shoot your shot.
Yeah.
I met his brother at a party. He has a younger brother.
Does he look
Looks
like
just
him?
like him.
Oh
I
my
think I
God.
actually went up to him and was like, hey, are you cousin Greg?
What did he say?
He was like, no, but my brother is
He's
or
like,
something.
no, I'm brother.
It was like a
Greg.
Halloween party. I think he was dressed as a carrot or something. I can't remember.
That's hot.
I'll
Okay,
take it
so
back.
Jack's. Jeans, Jack's.
Okay, Jeans, Jack's. I love a cheeky piano bar.
Aw.
So I love the Nines, Binnelman's, classic.
Oh my God, I have Bemelman's on my list.
Oh my God. Oh, see, this is the thing.
Class.
I feel like good taste is ageless.
Amen.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
I do. I go like if I'm with the girlies and I want to just do like a little dive moment.
Yeah.
Old Mates has like all these like hot Australian men.
I don't know
in
it.
Tie-dye.
I love Aussies.
Yeah.
There's a lot running around New York.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, they're cute.
And then just like I'd love pasties for like a date. Like it's really
Class.
nice.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to think like there's so many. I love the Chelsea Hotel. I love going
Chelsea
there.
Hotel is lovely.
I love a place
great.
with like rich history.
Yes, it's
rich
very
men, rich
New-
history.
Welcome to New York, sweetheart.
Just love the ambiance.
I love the ambiance. You just like there's just fucking black cards
Yeah,
everywhere,
you're like,
and you feel like you're in like the Great Gatsby. That's literally some of these places in New York. I'm the same. So mine, I had Bemelman's at the Carlisle. Shay Margot. I like Shay. Shay is good right now. They're
Wait,
some
can you help me
cute-
get in?
Yeah.
Because
I'm a family
I
member.
applied, they wouldn't let me in. Maybe if I put you as a rec.
Yeah, put me as a rec.
Wait, okay, yeah, help me get in. I haven't been yet.
I know what's his name. Not Ryan. What's his name? The guy. Yeah. I know that American Food Group or whatever.
Okay.
Shay, and Shay's still popping. I'm worried though that Shay. It's gonna be summer. No one's gonna want to be downstairs.
They're
But
gonna go to that Soho house, even though they talk shit.
Even though I talk shit
but
about
I know you talk
Soho.
shit about it. But then when that pool opens,
Yeah. Then we're
then
all
everyone's like,
I'm
"Hey, how you doing?"
Hi, how you doing? That's what my favorite means. Turks and Frogs, which is one of my favorite. I'm always hesitant to share it. Turks and Frogs, it's in the West Village, just on 11th Street. It's so cute, and so it's like a wine bar. They have the best playlist ever. It's so small, no one's ever in there. It's kind of like nautical meets weird wine bar. It's just like a West Village weirdo
love
place,
that.
but it's so cute, and it's great if you want to like make out, like.
I
on the
love
DL.
a booth to make out in.
Yeah.
There's nothing like a cheeky booth to make out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Right?
No, it's like I'm trying to think the best like a red velvet booth.
Oh my god.
My
yes.
building has a bar in it. So I can like be like, oh yeah, I know a spot. like,
Ah,
I'm not as
and
shocked.
it's your building? That's a move.
Like guys, you know they always invite you to a date on their block. I'm like, no, it's my building, bitch.
It's downstairs, honey.
Upstairs and downstairs.
Oh my goodness.
All around. Two different restaurants depending on what you want.
In my 20s, I fell for that where dudes would be like, let's go over here, and it'd be like a really nice restaurant, but it was always like 2 blocks from their house. Now I always make them come like near me.
Yeah, I mean, I just love like a wine bar where you can just sit
Yes.
outside and talk.
and chill and just like take it easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a take. I feel like it's important to start seeing dates in the daytime. I
This is
used
what
to
I
wait
say.
like 5 to 6 business days
No.
to even ever
No,
see a
no.
guy in the
Yeah.
daylight.
No.
And it's like you're wasting your time there.
You have to. I'm always about drinks on a first date, so you can kind of suss out if you like them. You can always get food if you. I never commit to a dinner.
Yeah.
I make them ask me out to a dinner though. If they ask me for coffee or a walk or something, I'm like, get away. Then if they ask me for drinks, I'm like, sorry, I only do dinner. I ask them to take me out to dinner, and then when I get there, I'm like, let's just do drinks, because I just gotta keep.
You gotta
keep on
have
the,
like I mean I have a
Yeah.
10-minute rule, low
What's
key.
that?
If I go on a date and I know in 10 minutes that I'm not into them, I leave.
Okay, grinder girly.
You know what? Time is energy.
Oh my goodness.
You
What
know?
did you say?
I'm saying like if it's really bad and like we're just not vibing,
Yeah.
I'm just like, hey, like we both know this isn't working.
I'm so jealous. That's so Gen
Why
Z.
ever be stuck? I think
Millennials,
Samantha-
we awkwardly sit down there. Like, we sit, we like whatever. We don't even have the dinner. I know girls are like, we'll just like sleep with the dude. They're like, I just felt really bad. Like, we sit. We're so
Oh
awkward.
my God, who can,
like,
you
let's
should
do this
never feel guilty
again.
for how you feel.
I know.
And I think Kim Cattrall said it. She's like, I never want to be miserable for 1 second of my life. And I like really believe that.
Yes.
Because I think a lot of times as women, you feel like you have to be courteous or you have to be nice. But if you're being nice to something that's hurting you, that's not nice.
No.
That's self-harm.
Yeah, that's
so if that guy is mansplaining economics to you, bitch, run. You know what? It's called self-care, bitch. It's called self-care. Get the fuck out of there.
I love that guy. It's Smith and Barnes and People's Bar. You should go to People's Bar. It's new and great.
Oh, I love People's.
Isn't it darling?
Like not okay. Well, I posted about it, and then they were like, "You can't talk about it." So he was like, "Not me getting kicked out of People's, Raya, everything with my big mouth."
Should I not take you to Shame or Go?
No, maybe they don't even let me in anywhere.
They're gonna totally like tie him. I'm like, she's with me.
I'll be like, I promise.
That's awesome.
Brynn said it was cool.
I love People's. People's is so dope.
I love it too. Hot people are People's.
Yeah, hot people are People's, and I like that it's like speakeasy meet like art gallery. It just feels like one of my like rich friends' houses.
Great place to make out.
Yes, there's a lot of little dark corners.
Oh, I love. Oh my God.
I like it, and you're like, I don't want to get caught, but I do, but I don't. Top 5 red flags. This one I'm curious because I feel like you would have a lot of red flags. You feel like
Do I have red flag? Do
No.
I give red flag?
No.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
You give pink flags? Okay,
Pink
let's get that
flags.
right. You give pink flags. No, but I think you would have a lot of red flags. I have a few. I feel like I
Yeah.
have, maybe it's the New Yorker in me, maybe it's just my age, or I'm like, I will put up with shit, or not put up with shit, but I'm just like, I'm like, well, the bank account's good, so whatever. But I feel
You
like
know what?
you
That's just being
that's
she's
being
strategizing.
smart. Okay, I don't collect purses. I collect real estate. No, but you got seriously. You should do that though.
First marriage is for an apartment.
Yeah,
Second one is for love.
yeah. Honey, I just need a condo. I think this is very Gen Z. This is why I love Gen Z. We can learn a lot from them, is because I feel like you guys are about everything you've said, even in this episode. It's like boundaries and this and know yourself. And so, what are your top 5 red flags?
I wrote, well, it's coming out, but I wrote Modern Dating for Dummies, like the Dummies book, and it's coming out on August 19th. And a huge part is about the red flags to look out for.
Okay.
Here's the thing. When it comes to red flags, everybody is going to have different shades of red flags. It's up to you to decide like what you're willing to accept. And of course, there are red flags that are just non-negotiables, right? I think on the beginning scale, like when you're first starting to date, red flags that I immediately will not tolerate. When you're on a date, someone's on their phone, that's just a bigger indicator that they're not going to give you the attention they deserve. Yes, people have work, things come up. They will articulate that, maybe step away. Right. I understand things happen, but someone that's chronically on their phone when they should be giving you attention. Remember, a first date is the best typically it's going to get. So if they're giving you bullshit,
goes down from there.
Yeah. So if someone's best self is already shit, that's a sign. So, I think number one thing, red flag, someone's not giving you the proper attention you deserve. Okay. Number 2, excessive talk about previous relationships, entanglements, exes. Yes. We all have baggage, but check that shit in.
Check that shit.
Bring a carry-on. I don't want to see it. Like, even if it's Ramoa.
Honey,
like,
I
leave that away.
I never check a bag at an airport. My shit I carry on.
We carry it on.
One of mine says all his exes are like bitches. It's like, or that they're crazy. And I'm like, I side with my girlies immediately and I don't even know you.
You made them crazy.
You made them crazy. And even when you act crazy, even if I acted a little bit crazy with a couple exes, I was pretty good about it always. But even now, they still like they adore me, and they're like, "Well, I made her like I pushed like we're not crazy. Like we might act crazy, but it's because you made us crazy."
I think everybody likes a little crazy, but I feel like what's respectful is like when you go through a breakup, you should both act like you signed NDAs and just leave it in the past. Wow. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, if you're still bringing up those points, especially it shows anger if you're calling someone in the past crazy or something. Right. It shows that you're not over it. No. So that's a red flag in itself. You want someone that's 100% detached from what they had. You can't have 2 chapters open at the same time. So if you're still thinking about someone else, you can't open this chapter with me.
Totally.
Another red flag, I think someone that wants to keep you a secret. When I was first dating, because of my size, I always felt like I was a girl that like they would call at 4 a.m. but were never proud enough to bring me out on a date. And that's where Take Me Out really stems from, is like, you deserve a tablecloth, bitch. You deserve to not be the 4 a.m. text. Yes. And no matter what you look like, I think it goes back again to those narratives we were told that guys only like a certain body type or like a certain look, which is total bullshit.
It's beyond bullshit.
I've been the smallest and I've been the biggest, and I've had guys like me along the way. I used to get shocked how people would treat me. Like even the like messages I'm getting on dating apps that are like, "What's up, like bitch, like come over," like like they're saying some crazy stuff. Yeah. And I'm like, immediately it's up to me to say that's not what I deserve. Yes. So I feel like a red flag is someone that continuously tries to give you bare minimum and thinks that you'll accept it. Yes. And it takes a lot of courage and a lot of learning to say like I deserve better than that.
And it takes a lot of confidence as well to like I noticed, like, looking back, like, I think there were red flags that I saw in different relationships, but I just wasn't at a place where I was confident, and then that's why I, like, accepted it. Or you justify it, or like, oh, whatever, you think it's funny, or I would tell myself, well, I'm not looking for anything serious too.
Yeah.
No, I'm like a serial monogamous. I'm always looking for a relationship deep down. That's always what I want.
And that's hot. And I love that you can admit that and own that. I think we all need to be upfront with what we want.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
if you're not the chill girl, don't try to be chill.
Yeah.
If you love having casual sex, feel free to do it.
Totally.
And that's iconic. You can never fuck your way into making someone love you more.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's a lesson that nobody tells you.
No, into a
And
commitment.
I used
We
to think
teach this at schools.
Yeah, welcome to Dating 101. But it's so true because, again, I used to think, like, if I sleep with this guy, he's going to like me more.
Yeah.
If I give him more attention, he's going to want me more.
Yeah.
But you'll never make someone want you more by doing more. You
Right,
know, if
right.
they're already – I always say, like, a lot of times we all do this. You kind of check – you always check, like, what someone is going to relate to you. When you're dating, you already kind of categorize what they'll be to you. I think a lot of
Right.
times off the
Yes.
jump. It's like, could this be serious? Could this
We
be
say
casual?
men do that, but women do it too.
We all do that.
Yeah, we all
It's
do
like,
it.
okay, like you want someone that has a career and that wants a family, but you meet a guy that's 25 working in a bar, has a roster.
Yeah.
You're making a decision. Is this going to be someone I want long term with,
Yeah.
or do I want to get laid tonight? You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I think what's important is to own what you want and allow yourself to change what you want to.
Totally.
Last red flag. Oh my God. I hate the comedy special roaster. If a guy is putting you down and calling that a joke, it's not fucking funny.
Oh, God,
He's
yeah.
like, oh, wow, like, you look like crazy today. Haha. That's not fucking funny.
No, that's not fucking
like,
funny.
it's not funny that you're wearing the same Patagonia vest every damn day
Right.
and acting like your personality is the Wolf of
Row
Wall
from Murray
Street.
Hill. I
Like-
always, whenever people say like, "Oh my God, it was a joke," I don't think that they included this, but they said this on my show a couple times. Like, "Come on, I was joking." I always say, but they've never included this clip. I always say to people, I'm like, "Retell the joke then. If it's a joke, no, retell it. Let's see if it's funny."
That's hot.
It's because it's not. People, like 50% of the time, people say the truth and they say, "I'm just joking. You're such a bitch." Oh my God, I'm just joking. I'm like, repeat the joke. You're a bitch. That's what you said. That's not a joke. Like, that was passive
I
aggressive.
think the main thing, especially with building your confidence, both with dating and platonic friendships, never let someone put you down and call that funny.
Right?
You know, I've
Yes.
been bullied as a kid. I grew the fuck up. I pulled myself out of the baddie bootstraps,
Yeah,
and I
yes.
am never going to let someone talk to me like
No,
that.
never.
And I think it's easy when people have done those things, and it is confusing because you're
Yeah.
like, do they hate me?
Yeah.
but like they're laughing, they're smiling, but they're
Totally.
insulting me.
Totally.
But it takes, like, again, being like, anyone that truly loves you will not make you question if they love you.
Never. Yeah,
You
you won't
know?
even question how they feel about
Yeah.
you for they love you.
Yeah, what are your red flags?
My red flags, but also I'm totally taking you to 11 Madison Park, and I'm gonna take you to White Tablecloth, sweetheart.
Oh my God, I'm gonna go to date. Yes,
Yeah,
absolutely,
I'll be
a
your sugar
bestie
mama.
date. Like, I feel like
100%. I'm taking you. I
us
love
get-
to
we
take
would
my
get-
friends out. It's my favorite thing to do.
platonic love is so slept on.
Yeah,
It's
right?
like, and that's why I was saying, Silly Girl Spring. The rules for me are like Aperol spritzes, romanticizing your friendships,
Yes.
and like men
Yeah.
come and go, but they're just like the little
Yeah.
sprinkle on top.
Yeah, my girlfriend in London, she came back. She kind of broke up with her boyfriend. Now they might be getting back together. But I was staying at her house, and she came back at like 1:00 in the morning, and she's like, "Hi, Bunny." I was like, "Hi," and she's like, "I think this is how it should be." She's like, because we were talking about how we love each other and we're the loves of each other, we're soulmates. She's like, "Let's just have the guys," and then like, she's like, "I just wanted to come home and I'd rather sleep in the bed with you." I was like, "Yay!" Like
Yeah.
but that's how it should be. Like, men are great. I love men. I'm not a man hater or man basher, but I just think that. We sometimes, I know personally, I have thought too highly of my relationships with men, and then and now I've realized in my 30s, like, what's most important to me is my relationships with my girlfriends. Like, they're the loves of my life. Like, and I don't want a husband that's a best friend, because I have best friends. I want a husband. I want a provider, a protector, someone who's going to support me and adore me and cherish me and like make me happy. But my friends, like, I don't want my husband to be my best friend. I want him to like a separate bedroom. Like, I want my girlfriend.
Go build a fire. or
Yeah, go
something.
build a fire. Go find us nuts. Go find us nuts and berries. I'm with my girlsies.
Yeah, we're
In our baskets, like, you know. Okay, my top red flag that he orders you an Uber X. I just hate Uber X's.
Yeah,
I think
you
just
need-
like I just really don't like Uber X's.
You need your XL.
Yeah,
black.
I need my XL black. I do.
Yes.
I'm really particular about it.
We need an Uber sponsorship.
Oh, 100%.
Do you want me to tell? Do you want me to tell a really funny Uber
Please,
joke?
I love an Uber joke.
Not a joke, but like a real thing. So when I signed with CAA, right, I was in the LA office, and the LA office of CAA is like out of Entourage. It's like glass. It's amazing. So I
good.
go in, and the first meeting, you meet with all your agents, because you have different agents for everything. It's like so glamorous and everything. And then my fashion agent, her assistant, walks me downstairs because they walk you out. They walk the talent out, okay? But mind you, not my agent, the assistant, like the 22-year-old assistant, you know? But we go to the door. I'm like, no, I called my Uber. It's fine. And I call my Uber, which I usually do. It defaults to Uber X. This is where this is the beginning of my bit with Uber and the different kinds. I'm standing there. I look over. Who do I see but Channing Tatum?
Stop it. And you're getting into the Corolla.
He's so hot. He's so hot. And he looks and he smiles at me, whatever. And then what did he say? He said he was like, "Oh, are you a model or whatever?" Yeah. And I'm like, "No, I just signed," and I'm like dying. Okay. He's like, "Okay, cool." So anyhow, that was it. But they were all like his agents, because he has like managers and agents. All his agents walk him downstairs. Sure enough, like clockwork, it wasn't just a Corolla. It was one of those ones with all the stuffed animals and the dice. And I'm like mortified because it's like Maserati, G-Wagon. It's like a rap video up in there. Like, and it's like all SUVs. Looks like the United Nations plus like a tip drill video. Like that's what's happening. And so so I'm like, cancel. And the guy's like, 'cause my picture, he's like beeping. He's like, I'm here. And he's like, I see you. I'm right here. And I was like, cancel. And then I had to order my Uber XL, which was like $75 to go 2 blocks in Beverly Hills. Sure enough, by the time my Uber XL comes, everyone's gone. Not one agent, Channing Tatum, no one. So I spent $65 on it.
At least you tried.
I tried, but like, yeah, but after that, I was like, I just Uber Black XL.
Well,
I can't.
He's single now. So,
yeah,
maybe he'll call you Uber XL.
He's super hot.
I know,
He's very,
he's
very
so
hot. He looks like a stripper in real life. He looks like a hot stripper. And I guess he was.
Is that like, because I feel like I consistently either want like a Channing Tatum or like a noodle boy, like with tattoos.
Oh, really?
There's like no in between.
Yeah. I didn't know they're called noodle boys.
Timothy Chalamet. We love him. I'm happy for him and Kylie.
Oh, wait,
I just want a Walmart version of him though. Like anyone in New York, like just give me like a little Timothy Chalamet. One time I called him that on accident. I didn't know. And then now I just...
I know you do. Wait,
like I still can't say charcuterie. I like have to say charcucci.
I say
like,
charcuterie.
Give me that charcuterie board.
Give me that charcuterie board. I call champagne champagne and lingerie lingerie.
Oh, you know what?
You want a little chardonnay with your champagne as I put on some lingerie, baby?
You know what? That's intelligence. And that is a woman I love.
So smart. I thought they were called rap boys. These boys that look... They're called, what did you say, noodle boys?
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, girlies, we gotta do better. I feel like we've now... Like, the bar and dating has gotten so low that we're like trying to justify like shit men. We're like, oh, he's medium ugly, like kind of cute, like he's rat chic. I'm like these adjectives.
Right, yeah.
And like, no, I do love like an Adam Driver, like not the like necessarily like super, like honestly, a man with like a chiseled eyebrow that's like really, really attractive. I don't know, it's like too attractive.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want you to look like you've been like beat up.
or like you probably get beat up a lot.
Yeah, like I want you to like look one bad decision away from like an IV bag. Like give me like a man with anemia or something.
Do you have any sort of like blood disorder where it makes you pass out sometimes? Do you have low iron?
Oh my god, a guy with low iron.
You just need to put that on your you'd be like, do you have
looking
iron
for a man with
deficiency?
low iron.
Just iron deficiency is all you need. Is paleness, fatigue.
Like no, like I loved the Twilight era, like Edward Cullen.
Yes, that's again.
I ran into him. Well, there's 2 people I've like shoot my shot with.
Who?
Leonardo DiCaprio, but by that time I was already 26. So
you're too old.
Yeah,
I
was.
Too old now.
No, I was. I'm way too. I'm 28.
Yeah.
There's no shot. He was so cool. Like
he was cool.
He seems cool.
He
was chill.
I've seen him in like 17 different times in my life. He's always whenever
He's
I'm
around.
doing something very cool. If I'm at Hotel Cost in Paris, if I'm at that Italian place on the corner in St. Bart's, it's like whenever I'm doing like my bougie thing of the year, literally that man is always there, and he's always with like 10 people. He's wearing a black baseball cap and a mask. I'm like, honey, COVID's over.
Yeah.
But he just seems like he does it, which I like. I just like feel it doesn't seem like he gives a fuck about like a lot, not in a negative way, but just like he.
But then he loves the planet too. Like that's hot.
Yeah.
What I love is a man that doesn't give a fuck and then really gives a fuck.
And then really gives a fuck about something. That is hot.
That's hot.
Leo's one. Who's better?
I got to interview Andrew Garfield, which was.
Is he cute? Is he a cute?
He is so lovely and
he tall?
nice. He's so tall and so cute.
I could have a crush on him.
But I have a problem. Like I don't like really date domestically. Like I love dating a man like when I'm on vacation.
You got that passport pussy?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I miss my 20s.
You know, I like to explore the culture.
I'm a cultural anthropologist on that dick.
You know what? You gotta write it. You gotta write a book somehow. No, but I mean, I think what I love about what we're saying is like you can date and have fun in whatever way empowers you.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I've been dating in New York for 10 years. I feel like I've dated most of Manhattan. And I've had so many romantic moments to where I like have learned so much. And like now I took a break. I really got into my wellness. And then now I'm like feeling like my baddie like de-thawing for the streets. Like I'm ready to flirt. But a big thing, you got to take a break sometimes.
You do.
You do have to take a break.
Take a break. Do the solo dating thing. Just take a time out. There's a few of my friends where I'm literally begging them. I'm like, I promise, because they just go from one relationship to another. They're scared of being single. They're always hanging out with some like weird guy that's like, well, wasted their time, and we all know. And I'm like, I'm like, even 12 days. I'm not saying 12 weeks, just 12 days, just be single. Don't text an ex. Don't get attention from a man. I was like, it's going to suck. But like, I think the best thing that I learned in my early 30s was like, no, actually, I've kind of always been like this. I've been okay I was always a serial monogamous, and I didn't know that I was actually totally fine with being okay. And now being alone. And I'm like, I like being alone.
No.
Again, not always, but I definitely don't mind it at all. And I'm very comfortable. Like, I don't know, but be careful now that you're de-thawing, because if you're doing wellness, if you're feeling yourself, you know what happens every time?
What?
You fall in love.
Absolutely
the
not.
second that you don't want it, and the second, I've literally been like, I'm fucking taking I'm done. I'm taking a breather. I don't want to date anything. And then it's like next day, I like run into like the next love of my life.
You know what? I really hope not, because I'm really too deep in my Pilates princess era. I cannot be distracted. No man can distract me right now. I'm writing the book on dating. I don't want to date right now. Well, I mean, I feel like what's cool is like I am putting myself out there, but I don't necessarily have like expectations of what I want right now, because I've been in serious relationships. Right. And I think to your point, literally the hottest and most amazing thing you can do, rather than raw dogging a flight, you have to raw dog life and be like, I can be alone.
Yes,
you know?
yeah.
I think a lot of people date out of desperation rather than desire. Once you realize,
a lot of people get married out of desperation.
Yeah, because you're so scared of your own fucking shadow.
Yeah.
But you're so amazing. And it's like, once you start to learn, like, my company is great. I have great friends.
Yes.
I'm working. I'm doing things that make me happy.
Yeah.
You no longer are needing someone to fill your cup. Like, I hate when people say, like, true love is someone that completes you. No, bitch. This draft is written.
No. You need
it's
to be
sharing.
You need to be completely.
Because no one will
for
ever
yourself.
complete you.
No one will ever complete you. They can fill you up, but they can't complete you.
You're
Sorry.
like so iconic. No,
Friday.
I'm like, you're unleashing the beast in me. I'm like, oh my God.
No, but I always say, wait, what were we talking about?
No, but I think it used to be a narrative that.
Yeah, that you need people that, you find your better half, find your other half. Bitch, I'm whole. I am at the point in my life, and I have been for a few years now. People are like, what are you looking for? And I'm like, I'm very happy. I have my own money. I have friends. I have a beautiful life. There's not a place you can't go in New York. Like, I don't know the person or this or that. I feel fulfilled. I feel happy with my nieces and who I am as a sister, and my companies, what I'm doing with my life. Mentally, I know where I'm at. Like, emotionally, like, I feel good. So unless someone's going to come in and be like, your friends better be cooler than mine, because I have like the coolest friends in the world. You better be like doing cooler stuff than me. Like, I just turned down the Monaco Grand Prix. Like what are you gonna bring? I find myself business, bitch. Like, what are you gonna bring to the table? So and everyone's like, you'd only date like titans of industry. I'm like, yeah, because honestly, these are the guys that have like the balls to be like, that aren't threatened, and also just can offer me something that like, I want to be Princess Jasmine. Show me a whole new world. Because right now, I've already taken myself around the world, and I'm good. Like, so you have to bring, wow me. I want a man that can, like, wow, like, I've never done that. I've never, like, experienced that. Or you're doing things that I admire. Or, like, I don't know, just something.
No, but that just shows, like, once you give yourself everything, then you can meet someone that's going to share it and add value to it.
Yeah.
Because if they're not making your world bigger, they're making it smaller. If they're not adding, they're taking. Like,
Yes.
I feel like I always view it as like an ATM. You want direct deposits, not someone withdrawing your energy.
No.
And I feel like I'm curious what you think about this too, because when I first started my business, like I was a hostess just 5 years ago at Soho House. Like, I had no money. I was very confused about my life and my direction. And I would date these men that I was so impressed by. Mm-hmm. And that was really interesting to then now, like 5 years later, I, own my own business. I'm financially stable. I built it from the ground up. And I'm protective of the hard work that I've put in to myself and to like all the things around me.
Yeah.
So I think what's interesting, what I'm going through right now, and I think there's always chapters of your dating life. And for me, it's like you are so happy and proud of the life you built. And you also still need to push yourself to not get too comfortable with just the life you built, because I do want love. I really want love.
Same.
And I'm so open to it. But I'm willing to wait for the right thing,
Yeah.
whether it's 2 years or 50,
Yeah.
because that feeling of getting stuck is probably the most painful feeling when you feel like things can't change.
Right.
And at
Or get
least like
better.
when you're single, there's hope.
Yes.
There's hope it
yes.
can get better.
Yes. And also, you don't need anyone right now to like interrupt your life. Like I don't know if you sometimes with some like I'm a romantic, so like I take breakups hard. So like, and I don't want to like mess up what I have. Like I have so much, I don't want anything that's willing to threaten it. So I'm at the point where like, unless I know, I'm at the point though too, I'm definitely not hard launching. Unless I know I'm going to like marry your ass, I'm just going to keep quiet about it. I'm not hiding you, but like, unless I know we're really like considering that next step, I can't do another, we're going to live together, we're going to break up. I'm going to have to tell my nail person, my hair person, my eyelash
The
girl,
doorman?
what happened? Oh my God. That's
Yeah.
why I don't live in doorman buildings. I love NYC doorman, but like, they know all your shit.
know
And then
your
you got to
shit.
explain stuff.
I had to block my ex from the building.
Yeah.
I like literally, I brought down a picture. I was like, if you see this man, do not let him in.
Yeah. But then they know everything. They know why. But unless I'm just not. I gotta have like I gotta know you're the one.
If
and
there's
then I'm
no
like, this is-
ring, they're not getting on the grid.
I'm single until there's a ring on my finger. Like, sorry.
I gotta
you know?
officiate the wedding.
Yeah, you can totally. 100%. Another top 5. Let's do the top 5 dating terms of your generation. So mine for us old farts, Gen Z, DTF. Yeah. Ghosting. Did we invent ghosting or did you guys? I think we invented ghosting.
I feel like ghosting is a universe. It's been around
it's
since
been
like
around
the
for a
prehistoric
while.
times.
Yeah. But my generation grew up on Casper, the friendly ghost. I feel like we
Love
ghost a lot.
him.
DTF, ghosting, Netflix and chill, situationships, and then I wrote this. It's not a dating term, but I've been guilty of saying this before. Like when people say like "I love you" or something, I'm like, I can feel myself. I can definitely see myself falling in love with you because we all grew up on The Bachelor, so it's like our way
you've
of
definitely
getting
been on reality TV.
Yeah. I always say it, like I can really see myself falling in love with you, and I'm like the second it comes out of my mouth, I'm like I gotta stop watching The Bachelor. Is it on tonight? Also, I have to get my shit together and just be like, no, like I don't know. Again, maybe it's how I grew up, but like I can't say like thank you so much. I don't love you back, like, you know.
Oh yeah, like so if someone was like, "I love you so much," you wouldn't be able to be like, "Yikes!" Like
No, I can't.
So you would just be like,
If someone proposes and I don't want to say yes, I just say yes.
So people have proposed to you. You
Yes.
said right.
Yeah.
How, did you like emergency exit? Like how did you even?
No, but I remember one of them being like, "Oh my God, I can't." But in the words of my sister's been married a few times too, and she was like, and I remember calling her and being like, "I think I made a mistake," and she's like, "Brynn, when a man gets down on one knee in front of you with a ring, you say yes." Isn't that crazy? We were raised by someone who was born in like 1939, though. But
Wait.
still, that's so old school.
No,
I know, but it's crazy. It's crazy.
But it's a real pressure. It's a real pressure.
It is, which I don't understand how people propose in like in the middle of a Knicks game or something
That's
like
low-key
that.
rude.
It's crazy because it's the most. Have you ever been proposed to?
No. Well, actually, yes. Yes. We were drunk. And the next morning, I was like, "Did you mean that?" New York is filled with love bombing, where it's like you meet someone out, you have like a romantic 48 hours. You're like, "I'm gonna take you to the Hamptons. I'm gonna buy you a house.
Yes.
I'm gonna do all
Yeah,
this stuff."
yeah.
This man doesn't know your name. This man doesn't even he barely knows it. Like
Right. He doesn't know your middle name.
This man doesn't know your middle name. This man doesn't know anything about you. Like I
Yeah.
remember, especially being a hopeless romantic, I ended up in hopeless situations because I was like, "This is the love of my life." I'm like, I met him at Casablanca at 4 a.m. and we haven't, like, I would get in these, like, I remember one time I met this musician and I met him on a dating app and I, like, left college for 2 weeks and I just toured with him because I was like, this is the love of my life. And then he's like, I have to go back to Australia. And I'm like, I'll go with you.
No,
I almost dropped out of college for a man. Thank God I didn't do that.
You-
Never drop out of college for a man,
never
no matter how
moved
hot they
cities
are.
or countries for a man, which I've done like 3 times.
Oh my God, we're so crazy.
No, here's the thing. I think we believe in love. Because here's the thing. I remember with Gideon, my British ex, it was like we had matched on Tinder and we spent weeks talking. And then he showed up I was like a work happy hour or something. And he showed up. And then I think the following weekend, he invited me to the Hamptons. And I went out. And then we ended up staying like together for 2 weeks. So I think sometimes it does. And then we end up like dating forever. So I think sometimes it does. New York, I think we also just move fast.
Yes.
We do.
Fall in love fast, fall out of it faster.
We do. Yeah. But weekends in the Hamptons are great.
Oh my God, I can't wait. No, I'm ready. Are you going to be out there?
Yes.
Okay,
I'm
we're gonna
gonna
have fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, wait, before 4th of July, then I'm gonna go to Europe
Okay.
Yeah, you need to start going to Europe, girl.
I mean, I am going to Paris in June.
Okay, I'm
Yeah,
in
I love
Paris.
Oh my God, one time I
Different
met this guy.
Paris.
I was at a work trip in London. It was actually the dating summit. And I was like, oh my God, I want to find someone to date.
Yeah.
So then I went to the countryside of London and I met a man. And
You met a man in the Cotswolds?
Yeah,
Cock in the Cotswolds.
Oh, hey! Like I said, I love experiencing the culture. I need a tour guide. And I just, there's nothing more romantic. Like, I think
so
my parents
romantic,
are
babe.
divorced. I never saw love firsthand since I was 6 months old.
Oh,
I've seen a
wow.
lot of different types of love, but I never saw
sure.
romantic love. So I always watched reality TV. I always watched rom-coms. Like, and I was like, that's honestly why I got so fucked up in the early 20s, because I was trying to make my life a rom-com, and that's what led to me now making all this content really real.
Yes.
Because for the girl, they should put a warning label. This isn't real. You're not going to meet the love of your life at a grocery store and then make out in the rain and then live up happily ever after.
I totally believe that that's still gonna happen for me.
No, it would happen.
It's gonna happen for me. I believe, but I'm the same way. I did that with everything in my childhood. From like, I loved Home Alone, but like that house, I was like, I want that. I want a family who celebrates Christmas, and I watch rom-coms. I think that's how you're supposed to fall in love. Like that's. I do. That's why
I still want the rom-com. I'm not gonna lie.
I do too, and I tend to only date Disney princes because like I'm looking for a Disney prince.
Oh my God, I tend to date like the Disney gnomes, like the Grinch. The Grinch, is that a Disney? Yeah, I love a Grinch little man. Steal my Christmas tree, bitch.
Oh my God, you're the funniest person I've ever met. Okay, wait. What are your top 5 dating terms?
All the dating terms. We have breadcrumbing, which means they give you just a little bit to hang on, but like you don't want just a little crumb. You want the baguette.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
You want that sourdough and a man with dough. Love bombing. It's when someone is promising you the future so they can make you fall in love with a dream, so you don't realize they're a nightmare. And then you have someone that just like the orbiting, where they'll be around, like they won't text you back, but they'll like all your stories and like DM you, but like you're asking for a real plan and they won't do that.
Yeah.
I feel like love bombing, breadcrumbing. I mean, I feel like this is not a word; it's a lifestyle. Situationships.
Oh yes.
I feel like situationship is actually a sad term, and I want to change situationship to flings, because flings feel like we're both flinging. We're mutually agreeing that like this might not be forever.
Yes.
Like a spring fling. I want a spring fling. I'm actually on the market for a spring fling. I don't want a boyfriend. I don't want a husband.
Okay.
I want a spring fling that I can smooch with in a nice little dark temple bar. Like,
oh my God, I love that.
But I think like situationship means one person definitely wants more and one person isn't ready to commit.
Yes.
And then Riz. I mean, Riz is just like you have confidence. You're flirting.
Yeah. Charisma.
Like I think like Pete Davidson. Like it used to be big dick energy. Now it's Riz.
Yes.
So,
I think he actually just has a big dick though.
there's no way he doesn't.
Yeah, for sure. The women he's pulled, I'm like, and they're all Bridgerton to Kim Kardashian. Like, that's you got.
This used to be a case study.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. They were like, oh, he's like medium ugly. I'm like, no, he's like hot. But I saw this TikTok about how like sometimes men get elevated by the women they date.
100%.
So like when he dated Ariana Grande, he then like became like the most desirable man.
Yes.
But I mean,
I think that goes for all men. I think that all men get more desirable for the date. Okay, wait. I love that you said that you're single and you're not looking for a boyfriend or marriage. So let's wrap this up because I've been doing this for like, this is what episode, just a few episodes. So I obviously have like 30 million listeners already.
Yeah.
So why don't you
Yes,
give
girl.
a PSA and what do you want? What do you manifest it, put it out there? What is your billboard? What do you want?
All I want is for people to find love while loving themselves. I want people, no matter who you love, to understand that you have value and to not put up with shit and to stand up for yourself and know that you deserve everything. For myself, I want you to get my book, Modern Dating for Dummies, out August 19th, where it has a lot of these things. But I really do think all of us together should collectively live in the mess that is dating. Don't try to be perfect. Just try to be you. And you might not like sell out Madison Square Garden of dick, but you just need one. You just need one person to like you for you. So don't put on like a PR version of yourself to get the wrong people to like you. I want people to have fun while dating. I want people to stop stressing. Like, this is not the LSAT. Like, just literally put yourself out there, see what happens. If people don't like you, they just don't have good taste. So I want everyone to have a silly girl spring, shake some ass, flirt a lot, and have fun.
Cheers to silly girls. Should we go start our silly girl spring?
Yeah, where's the martini? Let's go.
Thank you so much for coming on the pod, my love. You're
Thank you,
genius. You're
Brynn.
genius and gorgeous. I love it.
I'm
person in.
No, we have to hang.
Yes. Let's go on the streets. We were made for the streets.
We're ready for the streets. Silly girl spring starts now.